Welcome to the Friends in Film podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to give you insights into succeeding in the film industry that you will not hear about anywhere. Not in film school, not online, not even from the people on film sets. I teach you the art of building a career in a connection-based business. You've been through the awareness phase, you've been through the fascination phase, maybe you went to film school, but now it's time for the implementation phase, and that's what this is all about. Having an extraordinary successful career in the professional film industry.
So what is this shoot?
This is Chef's Table, the Netflix doc.
And how did you get this job?
I actually met a guy doing background, and he also PA'd, and he referred me to like a Chicago Cubs documentary in January.
Mm-hmm.
And that was with the production company who's also doing this one. So they brought me back.
So once you do your 20 shoots, everybody, then you have credibility and you're doing it. And it's easy for people to come out of the woodwork who are connected, who are also PAing, to then refer you because you're one of the good ones. So many things become more effective once you get those 20 shoots. You know, it's momentum. Mm-hmm. You text people and see what's been going on. You fill them in on what you're doing.
Yeah, I actually, I met a producer. He's like an indie producer, but he's actually a location manager on like bigger stuff. And he just started his own like indie production company, doing smaller stuff himself. And so I met him like a year ago and then reached out. I think I sent you the thing that I reached out with.
So you meet somebody as a PA and they're a production manager. And so what I want you guys to see is beyond that, people have aspirations. They're moving up. They're becoming directors and producers and indie film producers. That's why they got in the business in the first place. Some of them are just doing the job. Some of them are growing their careers. So that's the case here. So he's a production supervisor. Now he's producing his own indie films and documentaries. And this is one of them that you're working with him on. Amazing.
I said, "Hi, John, this is Derek. We met at an LED wall showcase last year." And I said, "Kevin was a mutual connection of ours. I recently got into freelance producing with a company out of Toronto, coordinating smaller social media shoots with brands like Uber Eats and Sandals. Just wanted to reach out if there happens to be any opportunities to be an office PA coordinator or anything else you might need. I'm great at sending emails, handling paperwork, and quick problem solving." And then just said, "I'd love to work with you."
Oh, it's so good. It's the want to work email with a lot of proof and throwing in names, people, company, a lot of vectoring in there. People, companies, consistent work, showing that you're not saying that you're amazing and everybody wants to work with you, but you're saying it in other ways, which is super effective because that's what they think. Like, oh, this guy's good. And also when you write an email like that, they're also impressed with the email just itself. They're like, wow, he's good because he knows exactly what I want to know. And that he put it in such a concise form like that. Yeah, we definitely want to work with him for sure. So then what happened?
He was just letting me know that it's a pretty new thing, like his production company. But he said, like, yeah, if you want to help out, we can kind of just give you tasks every week or so. And if you're, it's not paid right now, so if you're working, just take some days off. But yeah, they've got 3 features on the docket that are 2 to 5 million. And I'm learning how all the prep happens, and then they said, like, yeah, when we're shooting, you're gonna get paid. So
see, it's a totally different. Most people are look at working for free for a production company. It's completely different when you've got somebody who's a professional who works in the business, who's starting a production company, and you're volunteering your time with them, versus all the stuff that you're finding on the Facebook groups, which is what we use to build up our experience, everybody. But if a professional is involved, now it's like level 10, really good. So absolutely, and so good, exactly where you want to be right now for where you're at. Because you're a professional, it's doing really well out there, working all the freaking time. You're also a director. You're learning to be a producer. And oh my gosh, this is so perfect because they're also just taking off. They're exploding too. Plus, they have all the years of experience that they have and all their connections who become yours. He was a production manager, UPM for a lot of the big shows. And now he sounds like he's going to take you he's going to take you under his wing and teach you. And you're going to maybe make a little bit less, you're going to make a decent day rate, but you're going to learn so much. Now, he chose you. How did you make that impression where he gave you that opportunity? That's incredible.
So he just kind of asked for a Zoom call after I
Oh,
sent that email, and I called with him and his business partner, who's also another location manager.
oh my God, they both got on there. That's how
Yeah, and
impressive that email was, you guys. That blows me away. That two professionals got on a call with you because of that. To them, and how you're appealing to them is as a PA who's super capable and has done other things, which, it's apparent in the resume. It's so obvious that it's like, oh, this is somebody that we want to potentially have on our team for sure. And that's why they're giving you that time. As they are building this thing, like they're the real deal. They're going to be raising money. They're going to be working with all these people that they've been working with on the TV shows and feature films. They're bringing them in, and everybody's going to be working for lower rates, but to create amazing things, indie films. It's the dream. This is really good. And at the ground floor, this is where Goodwill Hunting kind of stuff gets made by professionals, not from people outside the business, right? So, yeah, to be in this with them, you're there because of what you've done, because of who you are. And that's because of the 20 shoots, the 50 shoots, the way that you've reached out and the way that you've trained yourself to reach out, know what's possible, what's appropriate, and problem solving. Like you don't get to be somebody that's invited into those rooms without having solved a lot of problems already over the course of your last 50, 60 shoots. So that's what we want you guys to just get that experience. And then you will eventually get to the point where he's got a tremendous opportunity and working with these people. And then you'll also be working on directing and your stuff. Like it's not like you give your life over to people. You are, you're part of their success, but you're continuing to direct and grip and take, that time to do what you want to do. Like maybe you want to make another 11 grand on another feature film for a month. It's a, certain amount of time, condensed time, go make that money, come back, and you have even more connections for them or,
yeah,
and you can bring in some of these great people that you've been working with to them. And of course they know people too, but it's great. Oh my gosh. See, what you are becoming is a linchpin. This is our term inside of our program. You become like Maria Ibrahim, linchpins. She just gave us an example of being a linchpin, bringing in she auditioned for this thing and they love it. She's, her assets exactly what they wanted, the dancing, the look, even the accent. So they're like, we could really use a makeup artist. And she's like, I got the one. So she's a linchpin. So helping them. That's really what we are. We are linchpins.
I got a call for this job first, the Netflix doc, which was a 2-day shoot, and I didn't exactly know if I was going to have a prep day or a wrap day or what was going to happen. But I was holding for these 2 days, and then I got a call for a 1-day shoot as a grip, which was a higher day rate, but it was just 1 day. And those were like the normal people that hire me as a grip. And so I decided to take the PA job because it was brand new people that I still needed to make a relationship with. And then now I have that production supervisor bringing me back for when they come back next month. So I had a call with that producer who I'm now working with his indie company. And he was like, yeah, I'm on this airport shoot. And I was like, hey, that's the shoot that I got called for. I actually had to turn it down. And I was like, I didn't know you were producing it. He's like, well, I'm doing locations. If I was producing, I would have hired you. I was like, I was like, cool.
So good. Yes. And this is what happens. Yeah. And you want to be able to be like, oh yeah, I knew about that shoot. Oh, I had to turn that down. And that's the thing is at the time you don't know, like the grip, I'd make twice as much money in one day instead of PAing for those 2 days. But then now the PA job opens up all the next one, the next week. And all of a sudden it's always about the people that you're connecting with. Like, but you cannot lose. You work as a grip and you work with that DP that can give you, other things or that you can contribute towards. And then you go to the production route and you can't lose there either because those people are going to call you for other things. So I think your choice was good to take the PA thing and PA job and now move into get the other PA job and then connect with that company. And that's a great point too. It's the growingness. It's the growing. Like the grip job, work. And yeah, you can meet like the DP who signed you or who's having you with the agency as a director. That is what is amazing that can come from that. But definitely be looking for these professionals who have big ambitions, who are professionals already, who are actually making these things happen. Because yeah, you're getting on that ground floor with them. That is so good. And there's a lot of them out there. Because a lot of people on sets, they are ambitious. And also they can make a ton of money. They already have some connections.
Yeah.
One of the production managers it was actually the production manager that I just worked with. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, yeah, when I do I have my own production company. When I bring work into me, he's like, I'm making 30 grand a day. He's like, that's pretty good payday. I'm like, heck yeah. He's like, I'm going to keep doing that. And he works as a production manager for $700 a day. Then he runs stuff through his company where he makes 30 grand. And I'm like, yeah, and they're non-union stuff. It's perfect for you guys. All right, you guys. Well, I think we're going to end the call now. It's been almost 2 hours. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, thank you.
If you are ready to work in the film industry and you want to now take your career to that next level, go to friendsinfilm.com/join. You can learn our implementation system, and then you can even take it all the way by doing our flagship program, the Into the Industry program. It all starts with friendsinfilm.com/join. See you there.